Hi, my name is Abhishek Rai and I work for BMC Cloud Lifecycle Management product. Today I'm going to talk about CLM, overview of compliance, setting up compliance in the greenfield and brownfield environment. The plan is to discuss overview of compliance, installation of compliance module, setting up compliance in greenfield environment and setting up compliance in brownfield environment. Once you're done with the configuration, you will understand the importance of compliances in the data center. You will be familiar with out-of-the-box supported compliance standards and how to set up compliances in different type of BMC Cloud Lifecycle Management environment. During the demo, we will execute the compliance module installer. We will also discuss on greenfield and brownfield scenarios. Let's use compliance module installer and execute it. Okay, I'm on a BSA machine and I have already downloaded content pack from BMC EPD site. But before I execute it, let's talk about the importance of compliance. Compliance and security checks are of prime importance to IT administrators when managing data centers. BMC Cloud Lifecycle Management leverages BMC Server Automation, a leading solution for creating and managing compliance content and remediating violations. BMC Server Automation patches the vulnerable systems by applying security patches and normal updates. Generally, it's a day-to-day activity, but with BMC Cloud Lifecycle Management version 4 or 6, you can configure compliances as day-to operation and day one operation as well. BMC Server Automation compliance content provide you with add-on content for BMC Server Automation containing rule sets to automatically analyze compliance for every server available in the data center. And these sets of rules are based on industry standards. For example, HIPAA, DISHA, SOX, PCI, and CIS benchmarks. Result from analysis performed based on compliance content component templates can be used both to document the current situation and as a basis for bringing non-compliant servers into full compliance with the standards. So let's go ahead and execute content module installer. So double click on that and here we'll have this wizard. So it says that welcome to BMC BladeLogic Server Automation Compliance Content Library 8.7 patch 2. So by default it's 8.7 out of the box, but in case you would like to go for a patch 2, you can pretty well go ahead and download 8.7 patch 2 content library. Click next. Select the license agreement, click next. The installer will validate the profiles. So in case you have any different profile, you can select from a drop-down menu or you can create a new profile. I'll go with the default profile and I will provide the username and password. If the cloud administrator uses domain-based user authentication instead of standard BL admin user, the cloud administrator must ensure that the specified domain user has read, write, and execute permission on BMC server automation objects. So for a demo, I'm going to use BL admin. Click next. Now installer will validate the user and it will auto-populate my application server because I'm running the installer on the BSA machine itself. In case you have a different application server, you need to provide the application server name here, and there is another checkbox in case you have got multi-app server setup environment. So I do not have the multi-app server setup environment. I'll leave this blank. Next. Will validate app server information. So you will have two options. One is full setup and one is custom setups. So in case you go with full setups, it will just show you the contents which are going to be loaded into BSA. And if you choose custom setups, then you will have an option to select a specific content needs to be loaded. So let's go with custom setup and show you the available compliance content. So here are the list of contents. SOX templates are there, then HIPAA templates, PCI, version 3, version 2, DISHA, and CIS. So with this custom setup, you will have an option to select a specific content to be loaded. Once you are done with your selection, you can click next and it will start installing the content. Again, the working directory needs to be selected. So once you're done, you can click next and finish. As I have already installed the content, let me click cancel over here and switch back to BSA App Server Console. Once you're done installing the compliance content, you first need to stop the CSM services available on Platform Manager machine and then start it again. That will help in creating CSM Ops job. So that's the folder under job section, and you may see that there are multiple compliance standards jobs has been created for CLM to use. It has got CIS daily, monthly, weekly jobs, and there is a specific property which we have introduced in version 4 or 6, which is CSM Ops discoverable. In case you have got a brownfield environment, where you have already got BSA machine up and running with compliance contents installed in it. You just need to integrate that BSA machine with CLM stack, and then you need to stop and start the CSM services available on the platform manager machine. And once you're done, you will see this folder gets created. The only step which you need to do is you need to select these jobs and switch to or identify the CSM ops discoverable property and set it to true. Once that is done, you will have these jobs available to be used for your server and services in case you would like to configure the compliances for your server and services. Let me quickly show you what all gets installed when you use compliance content. You have got component templates, and under that you may see compliance contents for the selected standards. So you have got CIS, these are HIPAA, PXI, SOX, and after that in the depot folder you will have remediation packages for each contents, and under the jobs you will have compliance content scale jobs, and then finally the CSM ops jobs, which will only get created when you stop and start the platform manager services. So this server group has further got server smart groups for each type of compliance standards. And this requires, because when you configure your server and services for compliance standards, that server gets added under these server smart groups. We will discuss those in details in following videos. I hope this video was informative for you, and I would like to thank you for watching this.